Suddenly piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia Ray, registered dietitian and fitness specialist, and I've been in practice here in Simi Valley for a little over 12 years now, and am so excited to be able to share this information with you about clean eating and getting you started on your way to a lifestyle of healthy nutrition and fitness. So today what we're going to be doing is basically making you feel like you're hopefully in a one-on-one session with me, and I'm going to be giving you some education on clean eating, not only knowing what it is, but the fun part is we're going to actually be implementing all of these concepts and techniques. So you're going to be learning about clean eating. Then I'm going to actually help you to determine how many calories you need individually, as well as putting together a meal plan for you individually, and also helping you to learn how to do some meal planning, monthly meal planning, so that way you know how to plan it out for yourself. In this manual that I have provided here too, you have a grocery list of clean eating options. So you can take that with you. My goal is to make this as user-friendly and easy as possible. Of course, I'm always available if you have questions. And let's get started. As we go, I'm going to be sharing the screen with you and referring to the clean eating guide and manual that you all received, and just going through it with you as an outline for our clean eating topic for today. So when it comes to clean eating, let's go ahead and dive in. The soul of clean eating is consuming food in its most natural state, or as close to it as possible. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle approach to food and its preparation, leading to an improved life, one meal at a time. And I'm sure many of you guys have heard the term clean eating. It's getting very popular right now. In the past, we had a time when people were really into fat-free foods, about 20 years ago. And now fats are our friend. We're learning and changing. Years ago, when fats were not our friend and were something to be limited, the government found that people were gaining weight. And now that we're adding fats back in, eating more of a clean, healthy, wholesome diet, they're finding that people are tending to lose weight, which is fantastic. So here's some guidelines I'm going to go through on what clean eating is and how to implement it into your life. So clean eating involves, the first thing is eating frequently, eating 6 times a day, 5 to 6 times a day on average. It doesn't have to be that many times, but it could be, a breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a dinner, and maybe a snack in between lunch and dinner, and then an evening snack after that. So you want to, of course, have a balanced meal. You want to have lots of plenty of vegetables, fruit, lean protein. Whether you're vegetarian or not, you can have different types of protein from plants or animal. And it says here complex carbohydrates. For me, complex carbohydrates are plants like sweet potatoes or quinoa, some other grains you can have that are, pastas, they have quinoa pasta these days. Because what science is saying right now, I'm really leaning towards limiting the intake of wheat and corn because of GMOs and things like that. I'm going to kind of stop here and discuss GMOs and the issues with wheat right now. So if you haven't heard of the word GMO term, it means genetically modified organism. And what I've been researching and finding is that over the past probably about 40, even up to 50 years, GMOs were introduced into our country. And what it is they're scientifically and genetically altered components, or genes actually, from plants. The idea is to genetically modify plants so that we can have and meet the demands of our growing population when it comes to produce. However, and also not just that, but also to limit the amount of bugs and things that are disturbing our plants. However, what actually ended up happening was that when we as humans are intaking these genetically modified organisms, our body isn't recognizing them because it's not something that matches what is truly in the environment. And also, people are tending to get diseases and also gain weight because of these genetically modified organisms, which are most typically found in corn and wheat. So that's really causing a problem with, increasing the levels of gluten that's found in wheat. So you're finding a lot of people right now having gluten intolerance because of the GMOs and other chronic diseases and, cancers and things like that as well. So really limiting carbohydrate or carbohydrate in the form of wheat, corn is a good idea unless it's GMO free, which you can actually find on some labels. So that's GMOs and wheat right now. So too bad, unfortunately, our wheat and corn is not as great as it used to be. However, I do like the Ezekiel brand, the sprouted wheat bread. Those have living and active grains, which provide us with lots of natural enzymes, health benefits, probiotics, things like that for our bodies. So if anything, Ezekiel or sprouted wheat bread would be the best choice. Of course, when it comes to clean eating, there's balance too. You want to, if you really want something that has wheat, you're not totally limited, but maybe saving it for a special dinner outing or a special burger that you like, bread. I tend to just go for lettuce wrapped burgers and things like that since they're a little bit more fresh and less bready. So anyhow, the next thing he has to say, so eat 5 to 6 times a day, then choosing organic whenever possible. So organic is a whole nother thing. Organic, of course, is the amount of pesticides that are applied, or if pesticides are applied to our produce, whether it's topically or in the ground, and the plants receive it through the soil and through the root system. So there is a list of vegetables and fruits, produce, that have the amount of pesticides that each one contains. So there's a list. It's called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. You can find that on the Environmental Working Group's website, or EWG, and they'll give you a list. The Dirty Dozen are the ones that contain the most amount of pesticides, and those are the ones you want to get organic. The Clean 15 are the ones that you want that you can buy that are not organic, so it'll save you some money there. So if you take a look at their website, it's called the Environmental Working Group, the EWG. That's where you can get your organic produce and foods that are not organic. That don't have to be organic, sorry. Anyhow, also, it's encouraged, of course, to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water a day. It depends on your body size, so you want to take a look at that. Using, of course, reusable water bottles, canteens, not plastic, BPA free. Yeah, there we go. BPA free is something you want to go for when looking for your plastic container, so you're not getting those added chemicals in there. Of course, limit your alcohol intake to 1 glass of antioxidant-rich red wine a day. Maybe some, and obviously some water. It says something here about tap water, but I'm not quite sure about that one. Plenty of water. I think water in any form is good if it's getting into your body, so that's the best thing. Label savvy when it comes to clean eating. Clean eating means minimal ingredients and minimally processed. So when you're looking for foods, you want to avoid certain ingredients like xanthan gum, carrageenan, guar gum, oils that are added in there, and of course added sugar, colors, and preservatives and flavors, things like that. When you are getting fresh whole food from the ground or from a plant, it doesn't have all those things. So that's the ultimate idea. The ultimate idea of clean eating is to eat whole food that's fresh from the source. Or if you're getting something in a package or box, to limit the amount of ingredients, again, of additives I just listed in there. So avoid, of course, says here, avoid processed and refined foods, limiting flour, sugar, bread, and pasta, the white flours and wheat that I was describing earlier. Foods to limit, foods that are high in trans fat, anything that's fried, anything it says here with preservatives, again, colors, additives, toxic binders, stabilizers, emulsifiers, and fat replacers. You can find a lot of that stuff on your label. So the least ingredients it has, of course, the better. Consume healthy fats, essential fatty acids, or things that our bodies need to be healthy and have our hormones work and function properly, called EFAs, or essential fatty acids. Listen to your body. This is huge for me. I come from a non-diet approach, and I never, actually rarely ever, limit anybody when it comes to calories. My goal, and what I've found success with all of my clients so far when it comes to weight management, whether it's gaining or losing, is to listen to your body for what it needs calorie-wise. Just like our bodies have a need for, tells us when to use the restroom, when we need sleep, when we're thirsty, when we're hungry, different things like that. We need to honor our body because it has an amazing mechanism naturally put in us to tell us what it needs and how much it needs. So counting calories is actually detrimental because a lot of times it ends up into more of a diet mentality. So when you're counting calories, you feel like you can only eat so much because we're taught not to trust our bodies. But we'll actually get more into that later. But listening to your body for how much food you need is actually the best way to manage your weight. And also, of course, the type of food that you put in your body. But we'll talk about that more in detail in just a little bit. Shop with a conscience if you can. It's ideal to get grass-fed beef or free-range meats or wild-caught seafood. So you're getting foods that are found in the natural environment and eating foods and animals that are eating the food that they need, that they're eating clean too. So we're getting the proper nutrients in our bodies as well. Slow down and savor. It's a great idea always to eat slowly, eat mindfully, taste the food when you eat it. Of course, it tastes better when you can savor it and enjoy it. And enjoy every bite, because that's why we have taste buds. We have taste buds because we want to taste and enjoy the food. It's always nice, of course, to take food with you wherever you go. I like having a snack pack with me of something, maybe some nuts or some portable fruit like a citrus. I'm really into grapefruits these days, so something easy to grab and take with you for the go. Taking a snack bag or a lunch bag with you, go to work or for outings with your family is also a good idea, so you can eat clean and maybe save a special treat for a special outing. Make it a family affair. I mean, we always hear that eating together as a family is such a huge part of nourishing our bodies and staying healthy and also connecting with people. A large part of eating is the social aspect of it, and the community and the bonds that we share when eating together is really important as well. Okay, now let's move into mindful eating and how you can learn to mindfully eat. Okay, mindful eating basically means the opposite of mindless eating. And of course, mindless eating, as you know, is walking around and having your mind on something else, and you see something that looks good and not even being aware of it. You grab it from wherever it is, put it in your mouth, and continue on your way. And just thought, wait a second, why do I have a taste of something in my mouth? What did I just eat? That's mindless. Mindful eating is actually tasting your food, being aware of what you're eating, being aware of what it looks like, being aware of the texture of it in your mouth, and the temperature, the properties of the food. Is it sweet? Is it sour? Was it savory? What was the texture like? Things like that. So that's mindful eating. And of course, also mindful eating has to do with noticing how it feels in your stomach and in your body and how your body reacts to it. Do I feel better after I ate that, or do I feel worse? The goal of clean and healthy eating is to feel better, of course, after you eat something instead of worse. If it doesn't go well with you, choose something that really makes you feel good. Okay, so the first step to learning how to mindfully eat is to honor your body's hunger levels and understanding your physical signs of hunger, fullness. So I like to use this little hunger scale here. It's a chart or a scale that goes from 0 to 10, 0 being starving and 10 being stuffed. So the idea is to eat when you're hungry, between like a 2 and a 3 on the hunger scale, and then stop eating when you're satisfied, about a 5 or a 6. I like to describe 5 as neutral, no feeling of hunger or fullness, just feeling like you've eaten enough and feel satisfied. And then a 6 is just eating a little bit more, which is great too. And that's when you feel like you're satisfied and can wait a little while before you get hungry again. You just feel satisfied overall. Your stomach feels content and you feel good. Eating when you're hungry, a 2 or a 3. A 2 basically is where your stomach is empty, growling. Sometimes you can be too hungry at that point. I usually like to encourage clients to begin eating between like a 2.5 and a 3. Because sometimes at a 2, we can look at a menu or go to a grocery store and everything looks good. And we end up eating or buying things that we normally wouldn't eat because we're too hungry. So I'd say 2.5 might be a better place to start, or a 3. If you're eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're satisfied, you're going to naturally manage your weight, along with eating foods that are healthy, whole, and clean, and limiting the foods that I discussed earlier. So beginning at a 2 or 3, ending at a 5 or a 6 is going to manage your weight with clean, whole food. If you're consistently eating when you're not hungry, of course your body's going to say, oh, why is food coming in? I'm not actually hungry, so I will store this for later. So people who tend to eat mindlessly when they're not hungry on a regular basis, or overeat on a regular basis because of usually it's emotional issues, they're going to tend to gain weight. And if somebody is chronically undereating, they're going to lose weight, but eventually end up gaining weight because their body is in starvation mode. So if you want to manage your weight, have lots of energy and feel fantastic, have a great immune system, the idea is to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're satisfied, just like you did when you were a kid. Kids are great indicators or examples of how to eat mindfully and according to your body's hunger. Of course, eat slowly, like I said before, enjoying the taste, texture, and smell of food. Stop eating when you feel comfortable, around a 5 or a 6. And the great thing is that even if you want more food, you can eat more when you're hungry again, knowing that you'll eat again when you're hungry and food will be available. Be patient, caring, and compassionate as you learn. Mindful eating is a practice. It's not a destination. It's just a way of life. Enjoy feeling better about food and your body when eating mindfully. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into determining your daily calorie requirements. What is it that I need to eat? If you're not quite comfortable yet with the concepts of mindful eating, let's also incorporate determining how much you need. I know I said calories before weren't the best idea, but sometimes people just need a place to get started. I call it training wheels or an outline when it comes to having a meal plan that's specific for you. So we're going to incorporate determining how many calories you need as a concept, but always using mindful eating or your body's needs as the first thing. For example, let's say we figure out that you're supposed to need about, let's say, I don't know, 1,600 calories a day. And you're an active person who's wanting to manage, maintain, lose weight. 1,600 calories is what you're supposed to need. But at any time, if you feel like that particular snack or meal is too much or not enough, I want to encourage you to slow down and stop eating if you're not hungry for all that food, if you get satisfied soon. Or if you're still hungry after finishing a meal, I'd like to encourage you to eat until you're satisfied, to maybe eat some more vegetables or some of that protein on your plate to satisfy you. So that's a huge component. Because if you're not doing that, you're going to actually get hungry, really hungry again. It's going to lead to a backlash and you're going to get too hungry and then get too full and make poor choices. So it's always best to eat mindfully. All right, so let's figure out how many calories you need as an individual here. So what you're going to do is, you can see the little chart here on page 26, blank. It says here, multiply your current weight in pounds by 13, 14, or 15. And I call this an activity factor. The 13, 14, and 15 is the number that you're going to put in depending on how much exercise you do and how physically active you are. If you multiply by 13, it's maybe if you're not very active or, sedentary. If you do a 14 or multiply by 14, that's for somebody who's moderately active and maybe exercising a few times a week. Somebody who's going to multiply by 15 is somebody who vigorously exercises multiple times a week, 3 to 5 times a week, I'd say. So what you're going to do right now, I'm going to give you a sec. You're going to take your current body weight, multiply it by one of these activity factors. So either 13 for somebody who's a bit more sedentary or just getting started with exercise, 14 for somebody who is starting to do regular workouts on a regular basis. So I'd say for that one, moderate exercise about 3 to 5 times a week. And then 15, somebody who's exercising vigorously for 3 to 5 times a week as well. So take a sec, calculate that out, figure out together how many calories you need per day. Okay, so if you have your number, put that there on your paper or on whatever paper you're writing that on. Okay, so now that you have your calorie amount, if you're wanting to lose weight, I'm going to have you do one more calculation. I'm scrolling down to right here. For weight loss, the idea is to decrease your intake by 20%, your calories by 20%. So how that's going to work is you're going to take the calories that you just figured out per day that you need at your current weight, and then multiply that by 80%. So that's the amount of calories that you will be consuming for weight management, for weight loss. So take your calories that you figured out, multiply it by that by 80% or 0.80, and that'll give you the calories that you're going to need for weight loss. So take a sec to do that. And as you're doing that, there's a little example down here. It says maintenance plan. For example, if you are 180 pounds and that particular person is exercising moderately 3 to 5 times a week, they're going to multiply by 14, which gives them 2,520 calories per day. However, if that person is wanting to lose weight, they're going to take that 2,500 calories per day and multiply that by 0.80 or 80%, which ends up giving them total calories of 2,016 per day. When it comes to calories and figuring out how much you need, I like to estimate. 2016, I just estimate that round down to 2000. 16 are kind of negligible. About 2000 would be what we use. So it says here, her customized weight loss meal plan should provide her about 2000 calories per day. Okay, so hopefully you have your numbers figured out. Now we're going to get down to the details of your particular meal plan. So let's scroll down here. Once you've figured out how many calories you need, we're actually going to scroll down a little bit further, and we're going to go down to this allowable servings guide. So let's say, for example, we had the you're going to find here on the chart your calorie amount. So we are 1400 calories, 16, 18, 2000, 2200, and 2400. Find your place. It says here mixed, carb, and protein type. For everybody, we're going to do mixed. If you have any issues with your blood sugar, things like that, you're going to do the protein type. But otherwise, we're going to do either protein or mixed for this particular group. So for the general population, if you're just a normal eater, we're going to go for mixed type. So find your calorie amount and look for the mixed type section here. So for the person we calculated earlier, I'm just going to use as an example. So for example, for 1600 calories mixed type, that person needs for breakfast 2 proteins, 2 carbs. For snack, 2 proteins, 2 carbs. Lunch, 4 proteins, 1 carb, 1 fat, and so on. You can see how that works. So what do these numbers mean? What does 2 proteins and 2 carbs mean? Each of these things they're called serving sizes. So for example, 2 proteins is actually 2 ounces, or for example, 2 eggs or 4 pieces of bacon. 2 carbs would be like 2 slices of bread. For example, 1 slice of bread is considered 1 carbohydrate. Or a half cup of oatmeal cooked is considered a carbohydrate. Okay, I'm giving you all this information, but you're probably wondering, well, what about this food and what about that food? Here we go. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. Keep scrolling, and here we go. We are on our exchange list. So on the exchange list here, it describes the protein choices for protein. So for example, it said 2 proteins for breakfast. So here, 1 slice of bacon is considered 1 serving of protein. So if you have 2, you can have 2 slices. Everything on this chart is 1 serving for protein. So if you have 2 proteins, you're going to choose 2 of these things, or either 2 of these things or 2 of the same thing in ounces. So that's for protein. We're going to scroll down a little bit more here. Here we're on the carb types, carbohydrates. So the carbohydrate list is the same thing. Here we go at the top here. Like I said, 1 slice of bread is considered 1 serving. If you have 2 servings of carbohydrates, you can choose 2 of these things on this chart, whether it's 2 of the same thing or 2 separate things to fulfill that 2 carbohydrate. And then scrolling down a little bit further, we have some more carbohydrate choices. And then here we also have some fat choices for fat. So you're going to see on your list of servings, you're going to see option that says fat, maybe 1 or 2 per meal or per snack. Each of these things here is considered 1 serving of fat. So if you have 2 or more than 1, you're just going to choose 2 of these or 2 of the same thing. So you're going to choose 2 servings or 1, depending on what your calories are for that particular meal or snack. So this is all for you. This is great because you can mix and match your servings. And we're going to scroll up a little bit more. We're going to go back to our blank sheet here. This is going to be your customized meal plan. So here's the sample meal plan. For example, you're going to print out, probably the easiest thing to do, is print out the chart, going back here, the calories that you need. Let's say you're 1600 calories. You're going to fill in your blanks for breakfast. It says, so you're going to put 2 proteins, 2 carbs into your blanks here. So for example, it says here servings for breakfast. It says 2 eggs. You're going to fill in here 2 proteins. And then down here, you're going to fill in 2 carbs. Right, here we go. Down here, 2 carbs. And then for the snack, for the dinner, for lunch, for snack again, and for dinner, you're going to fill in the numbers according to what it says for you, your calorie amount here on this chart. Okay, and then the foods here on the left, it has ounces and servings. You can adjust those. Those are just examples according to what your calorie needs are. For example, here for dinner, it says 5 ounces of halibut steak. If your servings for protein are 3 ounces, it just changes out to 3 ounces and then put 3 proteins over here. So just adjust it according to what your calories are for your needs. Okay, so here's your chart, filling in the blanks on your particular meal plan. And then scrolling down, these are just some options of other things you can choose if you don't like the foods that are on the meal plan that we just looked at. So you can interchange foods here. These are all clean eating whole foods. Scrolling down. Okay, now the next step is our monthly meal planner. All right, now what I like to do for my family is to set up a monthly meal planner. I like to set up foods that you can eat for the week or the month, and that way you can have it all done and put it on your fridge and know exactly what you're going to eat when. Okay, so for example here, I'm going to click on it and it opens up. I like to do themes for the day so it's easy to figure out what to eat. For example, on Sunday, my theme is barbecue. On Monday, my theme is Meatless Monday. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, we either go out or we have Mexican. Thursday, a crock pot easy meal. Friday, out or easy meal, depending on what your style is. Or I could put here out or easy, depending on your style. And also I put here on Saturday, out or easy. And the reason why I put on the both Friday and Saturday out or easy, because if you like to go out to dinner on Fridays, then do out. If you like to go out to dinner on Saturdays, then do out. And then, for example, okay, let's say you go out for Fridays, out on Fridays, then do out, and then do the easy on Saturday. If you like to go out on Saturdays, then do the easy meal on Fridays. I guess what I'm saying is I want to encourage you to go out to eat for dinner maybe twice a week at the most. That way you can eat, continue eating clean throughout the week. Okay, so you can choose that. So for example, on Sunday, I'll give you all my things here. On Sunday, it says barbecue. So for that meal, I put in here barbecue. Our family likes grass-fed burgers, lettuce wrapped with sweet potato fries, which is a good example of clean eating. So because for some reason, my calendar here just pops up and then goes away, what I want you to do is I want you to fill in the blanks here. If you have yet, please print out your monthly menu planner and get out the part that says for the month what to eat so you can start filling in your blanks here. So if you want to go with what I have as themes, that's a good place to start, or you can choose your own. So let's start with Sunday. So go ahead and put in here barbecue, and if you want to put grass-fed burgers in here, that's fine, or choose your own. And then Monday, fill in Meatless Monday, and I have lots of recipes in this guide for meatless meals that you can eat with your family. The example I put here was burrito bowls, which is on the recipe list that I have in this manual also. So Mondays is Meatless Monday, and then here I have Meatless Monday. We did baked sweet potatoes, quinoa beans, and what else is down here? Steamed vegetables. And then Meatless Monday, we like eggplant parmesan with lentil pasta and green salad. And then Meatless Monday, vegetarian nachos and green salad. And then Meatless Monday, veggie chili and a side salad. So those are some examples. Hopefully I can figure this out so we can get this all printed out for you. Sunday, barbecue, ribs, sweet potato, veggie quinoa mix. On here we like portobello mushroom burgers, lettuce wrapped with sweet potato fries, our family favorite. Barbecue, marinated grilled chicken with wild rice and grilled veggies. And then we have here, this is my family's meal plan. We have chicken, steak, and shrimp kebabs for barbecue. So those are some ideas. If you're a vegetarian, you can definitely cook veggies on the grill. You can do the portobello mushroom burgers. You can do any vegetarian type burgers. And you don't have to barbecue every weekend, of course, but you can choose those options as something to do. So Monday, we have Meatless Monday. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. So that's the theme for Tuesdays. And I do tacos in different forms. Taco salad, tostadas, soft tacos, taco salad again, and then taco salad again here, but I think that was a typo. So you can rotate. Maybe we can do here, instead of taco salad, we can put in tostada. So we can rotate that one from a couple weeks ago. Tostada, there we go. Okay, Wednesday. Wednesday is out. My family goes out to dinner on Wednesdays, but we either out or Mexican. So you can choose your theme. This is theme day. Go out or have Italian food, rotate that, and then out maybe, or have a curry. So we're having Indian food, out, or Mexican, out, or Italian. You know, it looks like if I type it in here, it stays. So if you want, it looks like if you type in your own, maybe not. Let's see. It does. Yay, it stays. So if you want to start filling in as we're going, you can do this directly from your computer. You can start filling in the blanks here for what you guys like. Perfect. Okay, so Thursday, I do crock pot meal on Thursday, and I have several crock pot recipes on the meal plan guide also. So crock potty recipes are great. Also, if you go to my Facebook page, it's facebookpage.com/well within nutrition. I'm always posting recipes up there. I kind of treat it like a blog, so I have recipes and ideas on there too. And also on this meal planner, you're also going to find some resources for blogs that have great recipes as well. Okay, so Friday, like I said, we do out or easy meal. So if you go out on Friday, go out. Or if you don't go out on Fridays, then you can do an easy meal, an easy maybe some leftovers from the week, putting it together, or just something you can kind of put together real easy on Friday. And then Saturday, if you don't go out on Friday, go out on Saturday. But if you did, then do your easy meal on Saturday instead. So hopefully that helps. I really like theme days. Again, we have barbecue Sunday, Monday, meatless Monday, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, out or Mexican or theme or Italian or curry. Thursday, we have a crock pot meal. Friday, out or an easy meal or opposite. Saturday, out or easy. So hopefully that helps. Also, I like to put on here my clean eating food guide. So you have some ideas of some more foods that are fit in within the clean eating principles. Okay, you can print that out. It's kind of a fun guide to have. And then some more guides and charts. Let's see what else. I don't want to miss anything. And at the end here are some recipes for clean eating. The other thing I wanted to go through with you guys as I scroll down here are supplements. What about supplements? To kind of wrap this up a little bit. Oh, actually I have here a clean eating shopping list that you can take with you to the grocery store, print out, and check off. It's really fun. I like having something like this so you know exactly what to get when you go to the store. And then when you're planning your meals in advance with our monthly meal planner, write down the recipes that you have and then write down the foods that you're going to need for that. And then you can use this grocery list as a guide as well. Okay. A lot of times I like to choose one day of the week to go grocery shopping and then have my monthly meal planner out and ready to go so I know exactly what to buy for the week. It's so nice when you have it in advance because you know exactly what to eat and you're not questioning every afternoon, what are we going to eat for dinner? Or just as default go out to dinner and not keep going with your clean eating. Okay, suggested supplements, here we go. Okay, so I have a variety of suggested supplements. We'll start with the wellness ones. Catalin is a brand of supplement, a multivitamin, a whole food multivitamin that you can buy through a company called Standard Process. This is just a description of it, and this is something that I like to provide for my clients as a recommendation. This is something that you can only buy from a wellness practitioner, doctor, chiropractor, dietitian, acupuncturist, and so on. So these are the best of the best. So if you want good stuff, this is my list of the best out there. Quality for absorption and clean eating. The next one is the recommendation that I have for fish oil. Fish oil is fantastic for every day, for your brain, for your joints, for your skin, for your hair, nails, things like that, and for your heart health. So here's a description of Omega Genix, EPA DHA is the particular product name, EPA DHA 750 by a company called Metagenics. Again, this is a company that is pharmaceutical grade supplements. This one it's nice because it doesn't give you that burp up feeling that you might get from other fish oils. You kind of burp that up, it's kind of gross. But anyway, I like this one. I like to recommend this one because you don't get that from this particular product. It's high quality. So if you like something like this, let me know and I can get you this particular product. The next one is Ultra Flora Balance. This is the probiotic I like to use. This is great for your gastrointestinal health. It's great for your immune system. If you're having issues with your gastrointestinal system, this is those things to go to for that, to correct that. And for, of course, your immune system. If you need a boost in your immune system, probiotic is the awesome way to get that going. Ultra Flora Balance, again, is from the same company, Metagenics. And if you need this, let me know and I can get that for you. High quality, high absorption, the right amount of bacteria in there. When it comes to probiotic, yogurt doesn't cut it. It's not enough bacteria to give you the benefits of a true probiotic or prebiotic. The next one is my favorite, household favorite. We have this on hand all the time. Liposomal vitamin C. We have been able to avoid illnesses around this house, or even if we do get sick, cut them in half including our baby. We have 3 kids. We were able to get through my baby's first year and a half without her being sick. And she's not immunized or anything, actually. And so vitamin C has been amazing for us. So we have been able to fight so many illnesses with vitamin C only. So this particular liposomal vitamin C is the best. It's liposomal means it has fat in it, and these particular fats help to increase the absorption and intake of vitamin C into your cells. So it's like a superfood. It boosts your immune system, made with non-GMO ingredients, sugar-free, gluten-free, and it's a powerful antioxidant. This one you can buy on Amazon. It comes in a liquid form. A little bit goes a long way, so it lasts a pretty good amount of time. To prevent from being sick, I always recommend at least 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C every hour if you feel like something's coming on, and to prevent it, at least 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day if anyone is sick in your house. Actually, more than that, maybe like 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day to prevent yourself from getting sick, to totally super boost your immune system. Exercise, for pre-exercise, things like vitamin C, you need energy, extra energy, you need B12 vitamins, B vitamins, B12 specifically. So this particular product I love, Energy and Endurance Formula. It's a clean whole food product that is made from vitamins that will boost your energy without giving you that low. It's actually effective. I love using this. I do about half of a packet before I do a really hard workout, and I get the most energy and best results from doing this. Again, if you need this one, let me know. I can get this one for you. It's produced by Beachbody. Fantastic product for performance. Just a description about that. The next one is post-workout recovery. The one I love is Recovery Energy and Endurance Formula, Results in Recovery Formula. I'm going looking at something else. P90X Results and Recovery Formula. This is fantastic because it gives you exactly what you need when you need it for recovery and to build your muscles. Again, this is something produced by Beachbody, a clean whole food. It's something that I use as my family, for me and my family, and have noticed a significant reduction in muscle soreness when doing my workouts. So it's great for recovery. It gets that vitamin C, magnesium, and protein in there that your muscles need for recovery, and carbohydrate as well. Magnesium glycinate is something that I really recommend for if you have any sore, tense muscles or any muscle injury or fatigue, muscle cramps, things like that. Magnesium is my other family favorite outside of vitamin C. We use this regularly if we have sore or stiff muscles or need to recover from exercise and reduce soreness. So that's great. If you're sore, I would say 200 milligrams of magnesium 3 times a day, morning, noon, and afternoon is great for getting rid of sore muscles and damage. Powders I like. Growing Naturals is my favorite protein powder. It's a raw rice protein powder. It's great for anybody who has any allergies to whey or any dairy products. So this particular protein I love by Growing Naturals. You can get this one online anywhere pretty much. It's an organic product, easy to mix. It's tasty, a variety of added ingredients. If you want to add berries or anything, it's really a neutral flavor, so you can add a lot of great things to it. As a protein powder, my favorite of all time meal replacement that I've looked for high and low, I finally found it, yay, is my favorite Shakeology. It's a whole food replacement, which is great because if you're on your journey to clean eating and have really trouble eating fruits and veggies, it's all packed in here in one meal replacement. It's the only one that I found out there that is truly clean. It doesn't have any added ingredients, any fillers, additives, colors, flavors, sugars, oils, anything. It's just pure whole food, fruits, veggies, herbs, adaptogens, probiotics, prebiotics, all these amazing things that your body needs to reduce cravings, to lose weight, to increase your energy and stamina, to increase your immune system. Even my kids drink it. It tastes fantastic. Not only is it great for your body, it tastes like a milkshake. They have a vegan product and they also have a whey-based product. The vegan product has quinoa, rice, and pea protein in it. So I prefer that because it's the cleanest source. So here's some nutrition profile for Shakeology. Again, it's a Beachbody product and it's something that if you need, let me know and I can get that for you. Anyway, those are my favorites. And those are some of the things I wanted to share with you for clean eating. Also in this manual is a comprehensive, what's it called? I'm thinking grocery list, but it is a recipe list. There we go. Recipe list for you to use for clean eating and to integrate that. And of course, if you have any questions, I just want to end this out. If you have any questions for me, you can message me via Facebook. You can find me at wellwithinnutrition.com on Facebook. or under Well Within Nutrition. And then also me personally on Facebook, Cynthia Ray in Simi Valley. You can find me there. So let me know if you have any questions or how I can be of help for you at the beginning. And I just wanted to do this, set this up for you guys so you would know how to start with your clean eating. And let's go from there. So let me know if you have questions. And it was fantastic talking with you guys today. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.